How na day, my beautiful and amazing people. I salute you according to na time, or depending on where na tanda they listen to us. I welcome you to this beautiful day with another bonga information, my people. Now well done, now welcome. Wonder shall never end, my people. You know, the Edochies are changing now. The game is becoming so complicated for most of us who follow it to understand. But I know that no matter how it happened, we will still get the information. Don't disturb yourself about how the thing is sounding up and down, but know that there is a game going on and Queen May is safe by the grace of God. She has overcome. And why this game are going up and down is because they don't understand her. In fact, they can't fathom the reason why this woman is still moving, making progress. The 50 million scholarship is a very big blow to the Duchess that it took them unawares. They didn't know. They were waiting to hear how much that people had contributed for her this year. Because last year they had of 5 million from diaspora. They had of another one, some pack of money, box of money, all those ones. And it's making they are not planning their game of how they would do it. That say she keeps begging on a birthday. But this year, they only see 1 million on the first day with a cow. Then the next thing, Premier released 50 million to assist people. So no other thing was disclosed about help. That means she's not help. She's not giving out rather than receiving. So the thing is catalyzing their dada. Now, the first time we heard that Sapet Edochie was praising Queen May again after a few months now that he had been so angry with Queen May. He came up and started praising Queen May, saying all good things about Queen May, how Queen May is the best daughter-in-law he has had in their family and everything. But the one where they touch us now, where they shocktalize everybody is where our Tory person, they bring an information that Sapet Edochie allegedly had instructed the family and the friends that nobody should ever accuse Queen May or suggest Queen May of not using the Edochie name again. Nobody should ever accuse her of using Edochie name. That she should continue using the Edochie name. In fact, she wants Queen May to be using May Edochie, May Yule Edochie, May Yule Edochie. My people, when I see the game is changing. Before, it was the Edochie's name that is giving her the grace or the favors. Now they have seen that maybe as this woman has started having Queen May beauty, she's gradually changing from Edochie to Queen May beauty. Because according to what they let us know, they say Sapet Edochie wanted it to be May you the Edochie beauty, May you the Edochie beauty cosmetics. May you the Edochie beauty cosmetics. So they wanted the Edochies and the Yule to be entering in every success Queen May is doing. Now they just realized that one newly now. They want the Edochies and the Edochies to be, to be seen in every success that this woman is making. Now, he has given instruction because, it has been going around sometimes. If you say you're not marrying again, remove the Edochie from your name. Remove the Edochie from your name. Like say the name. Now in they give them favor. And they have already gone to say it's the name that's giving them favor. Now they see that they can't stop it. The next thing is that if this woman goes, because everybody has seen she's going. Before, the Duchess never believed that Queen May will go. They thought it's a game. They thought everything would still fall back to it. Queen May coming back to the Duchess, becoming their wife again. They thought they would succeed in everything because, say, they behave like, I don't know how to put it. Everything is about them. Everything is about their success. Everything is about them. You must bow down to them, those kind of things. So now they see that Queen May is not joking and is not playing. Sapet Edochie had already told them, say, nobody should discourage her from using the name. Nobody should ever discourage her from using the Edochie because that is the only benefit that the Edochies will ever have now. That's what he's telling his children. That is the only benefit they will have, that wherever she goes with her success and everything she's doing, it will still be known and be mentioned that her name is May Yud Edochie. So that Edochie there will still speak for us, and we will still be having our success. The success will still be attributed to the Edochie. There is nothing she make that Edochie will not be in it, and as such, Everybody will know that she's still our own. The success is our own. Everything she has is our own because she still answers the name. So as such, he enjoys her answering you, Edochie, attached to her name. I come dey ask say wetin bring about this thing? What is the next plan that these people are doing? Because there is nothing they will say like this that doesn't have anything beneficial attached to it. Because the Edochies are people who only leverage on other people's success. They like leveraging on other people's success. And when they are doing it, they do it as if they are doing you a favor, but they are gaining from you. That's from my little study about them. They have a very good background, and they always like to use their name to leverage on their name to I don't want to use a stunt or exploit, but I want to use getting from people, using their name to get something from people. They always want their name to speak for them so that they can be able to get a lot from people. That's what I see in them. My people no be smart, you know. Now, this one that Sapete Edochie says Kweme should go ahead and be using the name even after the divorce, meaning that they have come to realization that this woman is going higher. They know she's going higher. According to what the Tory person tell us, says Sapete Edochie was so surprised with how this year's birthday was organized. Premier giving out 200 bags of rice with 200 bottles of 1 liter oil with 50 million naira scholarship, fed everybody that was there, dash all the women there sanitary pad, bought sanitary pad for all the women there, give them the cosmetics, promise kits for every person that's going for beauty, for makeup, makeup artist, makeup this thing, makeup work. They will train you and they will give you a starter pack. It was like, wow, it's only government that can do this. This woman is still who she is. And according to what they let us know, according to information, they say Sapete Edochie regretted everything that happened. In fact, regretted everything, both the involvement of the Edochies, both the involvement of you, the Edochie, both everything that happened about this. They regretted it because it is now done on them that they've lost all. They've lost the woman, they've lost everything she has, because gradually all the benefit from this woman will be drifting away from her. You know, all those people that keep telling you guys, because Yinkolo Menta and this Bagua lawyer had already agreed and wrote out some 14 lies against Kweme, which they thought they will use to destabilize the May nation, and also use it to discourage Kweme in some of the things Kweme is doing, so that Kweme will not be reigning all over the world. When they did it and see that it didn't work out, and you know, one thing I don't like is that whenever these things are going on, Edochies will not come to make a disclaimer. Those people will be lying against Kweme with their name, they keep quiet. But when it now comes to a way that is affecting them, they start shouting. But when the people are talking against Kweme, using Edochies, you know, saying Kweme, like when Uche Madagu was saying all those kind of drop the name, all those kind of Kweme, you are not respecting your husband, Kweme, you are doing this, Sapete Edochie is doing well, but they keep quiet. Now they are blaming themselves, but at that time they were clapping and applauding Uche Madagu before Uche Madagu repent and apologize. You see, these are the things that when it happens like this, I tell people that there are some things that are avoidable, especially the divorce of you, Edochie and Kweme. There is avoidable. If Sapete Edochie had spoken and called you, Edochie, to order, Judy wouldn't have been introduced. This one, everybody is claiming ignorance of it. They all know. They all was aware. They all knew. The clue was there. And they kept quiet, feeling that it was the woman that would suffer it. So to them, it wasn't really a problem. It's a man's word. It's a Edochie's word. The woman will be the one to suffer. And no problem. We just continue to maintain and ask her to endure. But now, they now discover that it wasn't the woman that the thing affected. Neither was the woman that is now enduring. It's now their son that the thing affected, and it's the son that is enduring the whole shame and the whole pain. In fact, they now join up in the whole dragging and in the whole trolling. So the thing becomes a problem to them. That's why you see them coming out now seeking for any way they can, because they have used so many ways. beg Premier not to divorce, beg Premier to withdraw the case, beg the Premier people to call Premier to order, beg the kinsmen to call Premier to order, beg everything, rejected bride price, do everything they could do to make sure that this thing didn't push forward. But they saw that they have become failures in everything, because when this woman was crying and begging you, the Edochie, not to do that, not to announce this on social media, not to go ahead, it's affecting her mental health. What about their kids? You and their people, everybody kept quiet. They were looking at you because they thought or they saw it was only the woman that's being affected. Everybody kept quiet. Everybody was okay. It wasn't an issue to them. They were happy. After all, it was the woman that is affected. But right now, right away, it is no longer the woman that is affected. The thing has started affecting the Duchess, and the woman is enjoying her life, going around, doing her things, moving around, making her money. Then that is when they now realize Sapete has come all of a sudden and start praising Queen May as one of the best things that have happened to the Duchess family was to marry Queen May. How Queen May had been a very truthful, hardworking, a very enterprising, entrepreneurial woman. She has been so hardworking right from beginning. When the father was close to him, and they knew Queen May, even in their house, of how Queen May used to be a very hardworking woman. She grew up working hard to make her own money, depend on her own. She has been an independent person since childhood. Even since she had been in secondary school, she was doing one or two business. I bet is not the one reading the CV and the accolades of Queen May. Now, these are the people that kept quiet and was saying it is a man's world. Solomon married 1,000 wives, this, that, and Abraham married 2, 3 wives. So many things were happening, concubine. They were just saying so many things to defend you, the Edochie, at that time, thinking that it was the woman that will suffer. But now all of them are changing their languages, changing their words, changing everything they have said before, because it is no longer the woman that's affected, but their son that's affected. And they have also seen it now that it is obvious that Yul is tired of the marriage and he's tired of the whole situation. He doesn't know whether to go front or whether to go back. He doesn't even know where to stay, because the whole thing is not favoring him. The whole thing is not favoring the family. Because if Queen May had been with them and is still making this kind of progress, the whole wealth would have gone to the entire Edochie, because that's how Queen May used to carry everybody's problem in that house. She has been carrying people's problem, don't even have time to eat, don't even have time to take care of herself. She doesn't even remember herself, but she invests in almost everybody in that family, assisting them in one way or the other according to her capacity, and make sure that they are happy. But she deprived of herself of so many things. Now she has started taking care of herself. Are you not seeing how glowing she is? Are you not seeing how beautiful and how elegant she is? Now they have seen it and see that she's no longer operating in millions. She's now a billionaire. So many things are going into their head. They just want to find out a way that will benefit from this. And one of the only option remaining now, since the woman is already out of their hand, the only option remaining now is to allow her and not to suggest to her and not to discourage her from answering the Edochies. She should go ahead and answer May you the Edochie. That is her stamp. That's her signature name. That is her trademark. And that is who she is. She is Mary Yul Edochie. I never knew that Sapete Edochie will get to this realization very soon. Yes, because when that time Kambele by all of them were dumb, he was saying how he knows that he's going to buy because he's a very intelligent child. I was just looking at it, I say, is that all this man can say when the grand became by? Is that all he has to say? What if saying a word that can console the mom? This one now, will they add or will they console? Will they add to the pain or will they console? Oh, meaning that you are aware. It's so painful now, very, very painful. So that's just the thing. They were doing all these things because they know and they thought they are doing to Queen May. But now the whole thing don't mafoka. The whole thing don't mafoka on their side. They don't know Wangba Haturaha. They know no Wangba Haturaha right now. The thing is just catalyzing their dada and nobody knows where to go. Queen May, you have done it again. You have given them the sleepless night again. And I am always happy, my people, whenever I see Queen May give the Edochie a sleepless night. Whenever I see Queen May give the other, they've been having series of meetings concerning you, the Edochie, series of meetings on how to reintegrate you into the business again, to his career again, series of meetings to see how they can support you, the Edochie, series and series of meetings, how many things, because I even heard that even you, the Edochie, stay in Asaba, that the brother is even supporting him with hotel bills, giving him some small money to support. They are now giving you an unusual support to see whether they can push him up to measure up with Queen May. Why is it that everybody competes with this woman, the woman of timber and caliber, the woman of grace, the woman God has packaged and blessed from the womb? Thank God for our royal premier, and thank God for what He's doing for our royal premier. I am so happy to hear that Sapete Edochie says Queen should go ahead with the name. If I were Queen, now they are suggesting that she should go ahead with the name. That's when I will cut it off, because I don't want them to benefit anything, or to feel it is them, or I am with them, because they are not people to reckon with. What they did to this woman is very bad. Even though the kids are there that may decide to go back home, but at the end of the day, it is very bad. But no problem. Premier has a right to return the name, and Premier has a right to leave the name. It is not even about what Edochie is saying. It's not about what Sapete Edochie is saying. It's not about what anybody is saying, whether to stay or not to stay. She has a right because she earned the name, and she has had so many official documents written by that or signed with that name. So if you ask me, she should go ahead. It's her name. She earned it. She married them for 20 years. She was their wife. So she earned that name. It's not by mistake. So nobody had the right to start saying either to this. Let it not be that tomorrow night it will be because Sapete Edochie permits her. That's why she's which kind of fantastic permission be that? Does she need any permission from anybody? That's not. Nobody has a right to permit or not to permit. She has a right to use her. That is her name, and she has been with that name for 18 years, go to 20 years. What are you talking about? If you add this the lawsuit time, the divorce code, this case time, it is 21 years she has used that name legally. 21 years, and somebody came out fantastically to come and say you have a right to use, as in what, like saying, now you talk am say make you use am. If you like, you talk am. If una no like, more una no talk am. The truth of the matter is that her name is May Yul Edochie. Whoever that is not happy should go and hung transformer. It's not a matter of nobody should discourage her. Nobody is discouraging her. She doesn't even need anybody's discouragement or encouragement. She's doing the right thing, and she's living her life. I hate it when people think they want to dictate how you live your life. I hate it when people want to always associate with every good thing that happened to you. They would attribute it because of a little effort from them. Or I hate it when people when people like taking glory in what does not concern them. So that's it. Queen has a right to use May Yul Edochie because that's her name. And Oyul is not the only Yul in Nigeria. Edochie is not the only Edochie in Nigeria. It's just a privilege that their own becomes prominent. My people no be smart, That's what they just reach out by saying make a touchlight and wait. Like and share this video, and God will bless you. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to subscribe. All our returning subscribers will say, now well done, my people. Now welcome. Make have a nice day. Bye.